With Will Reese, Chief Innovation Officer, CADIENT Interactive. He was here on a panel today talking about how pharma companies can more effectively reach MDs online. I thought you could take a moment and share some of those points with us right now.
Great. Thanks for the opportunity. I think it was a great panel because, it was one of the first physician, focused topics of the day, and I think it's always interesting at this conference to provide that physician point of view, recognizing that they're such an influential customer for our clients and for our pharma partners. So it really is about identifying some new ways to use digital with them. And I was on the panel with Mike Fowler from LILLY and Devin Paullin from Physicians Interactive, and they really provided a strong breadth and depth of perspective on physicians and the relationships that a pharma company can have with their professional customers. And some of the key points that you see is it really is about how you distribute the content, how you think about your content that builds these relationships. If you think about your content differently, you think about the quality and the value that you're providing in that exchange, you truly can build a customer service relationship with these professionals, not just a marketing relationship, which truly can move you into a very different mindset. At the same time, providing those types of services as augmentation to your professional and your personal sales efforts really can reestablish how your relationship with the professionals are, and really reestablish you as a consultative partner to the professional versus a marketing arm.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you joining us on the panel today.
Thanks.
Running it like a log carnival, so they're being able to transition their traffic from one expert to another. And you mentioned earlier about the idea of influencers. The online digital space lets you redefine who you consider a professional influencer. And I think that is your really interesting opportunity here. It really doesn't have to be that leading light KOL. It doesn't have to be that speaker that's out on the road. You can take that same level program, train them in the space, get them comfortable with the medium, and then turn them loose. They've been pre-approved, they've been trained on the materials. There's no reason why they couldn't do it. It really is familiarity with the technology and what they could do to get their voice out. We found programs where we've set up even online journal sites and journal clubs where we set up with physicians, and it gets a lot of these second-tier physicians an ability to have a voice. And they're the ones that are out there influencing their group practice. They're the ones out there teaching to influence kind of that next generation. So there's a lot of capability to kind of do that.
I think one of the, to dovetail off of Will saying, another strategy that we're working with and looking at really deals with, again, going back to that point of consumption comment, is getting the content and assets so that we can package solutions for a brand that actually are able to be immediately linked, recognized, and interstitially placed in the point. So when there is a discussion going on, again, you have to get around off of the discussion issues, but the ability, we're working out that ability with certain providers to be able to provide access to those key assets that we were kind of discussing earlier, and even if the slide kits or other things like that, contextual viewing that would link up and be able to be recognized, obviously, at the point of relevance and discussion. So in some cases, it's best to go to a location and get those services directly from the brand. In other circumstances, you want the physician at the point they're being discussed and hot and relevant. So as we look at some of the community, let's say the physician-facing medical community, not the patient side, physician community, portals, providers, folks in that space, that's an area we're talking about actively. And I think that also extends to the mobile community as well. Those are things we're looking at. And some of those assets need to be placed, whether it's a moderated discussion or an event like that. How can we make those things actually stick right there and be available at the point of discussion or review, whether it's a blog or whether it's an actual